Well, we got the motor going back together. Jason, should I tell him what you might have not done right? So, you know, we put the new oil pump on before we went to New York. But let me see your pen light here. So there's these spacers that go when you put a double roller timing chain in an LS. And they send these little spacers along. And this side has a 2-bolt spacer, and this side has a 2-bolt spacer with a hole in it. Well, unfortunately, Jason, this spacer...
The motor was upside down. So.
Oh, that's why he was upside down. Well, needless to say, if you look through to this oil passage right in there, you can see that hole straight back in there. Let me see. Yeah, that hole right there. And that hole, Jason, was like 69% blocked off. Yeah, so
that wasn't the whole problem, though.
Well, it wasn't the whole problem. Unfortunately, that was one issue. And then the plate, the retainer plate for the cam, actually, I don't think that's in here. But that plate has an O-ring that goes around because there's oil passages down both sides of this block. There's a shaped O-ring in the cover, and unfortunately that had kind of blown out and was letting oil pressure come out the bottom of that as well. So two issues there, but we're still blaming it all on you.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, so it's in there right this time. So new timing chain set because we had a lot of slop in the last one. So new timing chain. Obviously the Molnar crank, which you've seen bounced up, still has the same Mall pistons. Scat rods. Yeah, we didn't switch rods. So we did have new Molnar rods, but these ones are fine. And then everything else is going back together. Used bearings for the mains, rods. They all look good. Same lifters. And yeah, putting the heads back on. Everything's sitting over there by Jason. So Saturday, hoping we can have this thing wrapped up, put it in tomorrow. Are we going to do another test burnout for the neighbors? Or?
Yeah, we might be an hour earlier. So
Yeah, we'll try not to do it at 8 o'clock next time. So we'll do it a little bit sooner, so that way if the kids are sleeping, well, they'll be awake then, I guess I should say. All right, let's get her together. We're going to throw it in the truck, and then hopefully the next clip will be either truck running or not running. Huh?
What?
What'd you say?
What? Secret.
did you get here?
Yeah.
You look different.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
I think it's the hat, baby. What have you been doing lately?
Smoking a lot of dope.
Yeah, well, that shows.
What's going on, guys? New motor?
Freshened. New crankshaft.
New crank.
Ooh, crank. Take me over.
Well, motor's all installed, so everything's good to go there, except, did you forget to tighten something up? We're blaming this on you, too.
Yeah.
So, Jason, I mean, the bolts were in, but the water pump bolts weren't tightened up, so I don't know if just the weight of the motor, but whatever reason, we got a gasket leaking, so that's no
Just
good.
water, so.
Well, yeah, it's just water, but it's all over the floor, and I can't fill it up because every time I add more, it just spews out of it. But that's not going to stop us from starting it, so I think we're good to go. Everything else is tidied up. We got Nitro 70 in there. I've got the valve cover back on, plugs. You hooked that coil back up, you said, right?
Yep.
So everything's hooked up there. I double-checked the wiring on the back, got the bolts tight on the back of the head, just so you know, because it wasn't. So yeah, I'll set you up on the tripod here, and we'll fire it up, and hope we've got better oil pressure this time.
Yeah, ready? Yep. Dump more in it. I'll try it again.
Oh, I've seen 70 PSI. it turns out if you put the plate in the right way on the oil pump, it's got oil pressure. I seen 80
Well, I put
something.
the higher spring in it too.
Oh, okay, well, now he's just making up excuses. But I seen 80 something PSI, so now we got the other battle of somehow we got to get the motor plate off, get the new gaskets in, but otherwise I think she's ready to turn more like 8,000 RPMs, so sorry, engine builder, we might be back. All right, well, let's do that now. Well, it turns out, Jason, if you put the gaskets in, well, you had them in. We got to specify that. It's saying he did have the gaskets in there,
It's
but
my fault.
you were on that side. I'll take the blame when it's mine. But anyways, we got it in there. We just kind of stuck some bolts on the other side, some longer ones. That way we could pull the water pump back out.
Didn't hit the hole.
Yeah. So it might be a good thing for you, though. Or was it in the wrong hole? We don't know. But we were able to pull it out, put a pry bar in here, long story short, swing the gasket down. It was just swung up to this driver's side. But we're good to go. It's full of water, so now I got the pressure washer drug out and the mess of all the other stuff in the shop here. And we're going to call this one good. So, Jason, death trap motor?
As soon as we get this done here.
Yeah, well, somehow, mysteriously, or miraculously, I should say, we're going to hopefully have a motor for death trap. And we got headers to fix because I don't think we even talked about that, but pushing around at the Freedom Factory, we caught the passenger side, bent that one all up. The driver's side header, tube's cracked. So we got some work to do if we're planning on making it to Indy, but like, comment, share, and subscribe. Maybe come back to the next one, and there might be a video on Death Trap, whether it's going to make it or not, and it's all going to rely on Jason at this point. Well, we better have Scott actually look at the motor, otherwise we might get something in backwards. All right, we'll see you in the next one.